water. So here we are at our favorite cafe. Hold on. Is that better? Audio better now? I've been having issues today.
She get my cup. She get my banana.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
So we only have one camera pretty much. I mean, I could turn on the iPad camera, but we're having breakfast and we're here with some friends from the Philippines. I think this is our go-to spot when we take people to have coffee and desserts.
Are these batteries?
Those are phone, microphone.
Oh, microphone.
Say hello, Chris.
Hello.
Say hello, Chris.
Hello.
See the levels? They're wireless.
Yeah. Right.
So Chris was asking about the little DJI mics that we got. They're magnetic, they clip. You can add another microphone to them. They're 2 channels.
Berry bang. I like the berry bang. I like the bang very much.
Parang siya talaga siyang si Tita ko.
Very bang.
It's okay, we don't have our videos
Caramel
anyway.
cream.
Ayan.
Oh,
Caramel
I
cream.
forgot to add my.
Very bang. Very bang.
Berry bang. You want one of those?
Be,
I want one
Nasa
too.
pagbasa.
para kang tita ko.
Ganito lang talaga.
Ganyan mo mag...
I love it when you roll your R's. I love it when you roll your R's. When she rolls her R's.
Brrr.
Yeah.
That's
Hot
my...
Americano.
Thank you.
Ay, Amerikano?
Iced Americano. Thanks.
Meron pa bang ice ano?
Can we get a
Oo, marami.
equal and cream?
Equal and cream.
I know it's not good to put cream
Yeah.
in.
Pili ka lang, tapos picturean mo.
Equal and cream.
I need 3 more equal.
Four.
Or,
Sana,
okay na.
mocha java banana. Or mocha java.
Thank you, sir.
I think this one, mocha java.
Is that what we're gonna have now?
Mm.
You want all of it? Oh, you just want to try everything,
This is so
Devon.
maarte.
Those aren't my arte. How are they my arte?
The
Oh,
design of it.
$2.90? Oh. You're on vacation. You know that, right?
Okay, for the picture.
But get what you want. You're on
Yeah.
vacation.
Okay.
That's a very cultural thing.
Brown.
Ito daw, gusto daw
Well,
niya.
I think it's more of an economics thing.
Hindi siya
You know,
makadesign.
they think anything that's fancy is maarte. So for those of you who don't know, maarte is bougie.
Brown is okay.
Maarte is Tagalog for like bougie.
Okay. You sure you
Yeah,
don't want
that's
that
for
one?
her.
You want this one and this one?
No, this one only. This one's so sweet.
Ah, what a deal.
So yeah, partner. Thank you.
Masarap yan. Ano mo ng picture? Picture? Kung may kasama yung drinks mo.
Hey Jeff, I left 2 of the cameras home today, so on
She
accident
wants a brownie shake.
I got a new bag. So we only have us to look at. I guess I could set up the iPad to. You guys care if you're on camera? Chris, you guys care if you're on camera?
No. We're not doing anything bad. That's all good.
No, this is our new Zen and Cherry channel
Uh,
that we're going to be doing like travel vlogs and
Ayan.
stuff like that.
Kaya pupunta kami Mexico.
Yeah, my friend Chris is visiting from Angeles,
Ako nga mag-ano picture mamaya. Picturean
and
kita.
his.
Ay, sama ka.
Oo.
Tsaka kasama kami, wala pa kami picture.
I'll get them on camera in a minute.
Like kami walang picture.
Normally I do. Normally we sit over at that table
They
over
have your
there.
360 camera?
Yeah. And then I have the beach in the background, which I can kind of do that.
There.
How's that? Much better, right? You can catch the top of our heads and do the beach in the background. There we go. Look at that. So this is where we come for coffee.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
This is my, I do this is my video switcher. So normally I've been using cell phones as the cameras. And normally what I do is I'll have 2 or 3 cell phones set up on these things. And I'm using old iPhones. Luckily I had the software on Cherry's phone, right? And we're able to use her phone as the main camera. I can actually use the iPad cameras, but I haven't found a solid enough mount,
Oh, yeah. I
right?
noticed you were looking around.
Right. To hold the iPad up so it'll get, like what I'll normally do, what I want to do is not have to always pull out 2 phones, right? What I want to do is have one phone for like a background scenery type of thing, and then use the iPad, because I've got it out anyways, right? To capture us, right? And then I use this. So the other thing that's happening is that this is sending to YouTube's, Twitch, and Facebook at the same time. So I use this phone for to see the chats. So that I have software on the back end that takes all of the chats from Facebook, YouTube, and
Give me the sugar, hon. Please. Okay, thank you. I'm good.
This is a great spot.
yeah, I love this place.
It's
It's
a beautiful view.
Yeah.
it's touristy prices, but not so bad.
Yeah.
It's not so
It
bad.
doesn't
And
matter.
for
that
the
doesn't matter. It's the experience.
well, we live here,
Yeah.
so for us, we look at all of the
Yeah, that's
yeah, you know. But overall,
But you're not going to find a place like this with this kind of
no,
view that's not touristy.
masks are no longer mandatory here. You can hear us okay, right? I've been testing new microphones and this new setup. You know what? Let me try this. Let's see. There we go.
There you go, guys.
Look.
Ang ganda naman.
All right, hold on. There we go. I got the iPad. Going. iPad going. You can see me and Cherry on the iPad. Let me switch the prettier scene to the top.
There you go.
And there we go.
Ako na.
She only
Wag
took
ganyan.
65 pictures on the walk down here.
So you guys walk down here.
The beach is beautiful.
We walked on the other side. On
Yeah,
the-
you know, I was thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, the beaches here are just clean and beautiful.
I hope we have like that.
Yeah.
At the Baloy.
Yeah, you go out on Beloy and you have to step over the
Malabo
Yeah.
kasi mga madudumi yung tao doon eh.
Watch
Yun nga,
out for the
kasi
dog
Wala
trap.
silang, wala silang ano, yung tinatapon lang.
Well, we're getting pretty pro with our little
Ano
studio
kasi,
setup here.
Marami din pulubi doon na.
Oo, mas marami.
My buddy Jeff is watching. So see, I get all the chats.
Oh yeah.
So I
When
talked
they-
with the Filipina girl.
You did?
Oh,
You found a Filipino girl?
oh,
How did that happen?
because of Chris. Thank you, Chris.
She wants to boom boom you?
May pampalinis ka.
I don't think so. She's not ready for that.
Oh, you mean here?
Oh,
You found a Filipino girl here.
oh,
I did. She did.
I did.
But you said because of Chris.
Oh,
Yeah,
We met a couple.
they come a couple times. We know. They're only here for the tonight. We were gonna go to Kolarn, but
Dali na yan na.
you guys, what did you guys do yesterday?
Kaya na pala, may dala ka lang.
oo.
We did Sanctuary
Para maganda
of
yung-
Truth,
They went to the Sanctuary of Truth. You go anywhere else?
elephant ride.
Oh, you guys did make it to the elephants. Let me see here.
And then we had dinner at
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze, steak and seafood.
How was it?
It was okay. She really loved her food.
And
Mine was
Chris.
okay. I mean,
Oops.
I put it an 8. Give it an 8.
Mine, 9 or 10. Masarap eh.
So those are our friends from the Philippines. Say hello. Hello.
Pwede na ba?
Mamaya kayong dalawa?
Oo, ngayon na.
Wag mo muna, yung food nyo.
Kaya mo siya.
Sige natin pictures.
For the food.
The food? Oh, with the food?
It's okay.
Wow.
They're getting picture happy as they do.
San?
I'm looking at the food, not at the camera.
Yeah, why are you looking to the...
Because it
Do it
looks
again.
messed up.
Do it again. Hold on. There you go.
I know.
Wow, look at that.
That's huge.
That,
That's mine.
oh, that's right.
That's mine. Oh, that looks good too.
Salmon bread. Salmon.
Salmon again.
Oh,
Actually,
Ganda rin yan, naman.
ang ganda ng ano eh.
the breakfast burrito. Could probably do this one
Picture
better.
This one, mine.
And then she got the. Normally we have another camera that we can.
Yeah,
show
you want
the
to see
food.
the? You want to see the?
Wait, yours I could actually do this. Watch.
Ang sarap ng food.
Ang ganda tignan.
And that is the salmon burger. Look at that bastard.
That bastard.
Ayan ba, ano? Parang
I took her to Hooters.
Breakfast lang.
What did
Sir
you
Yan,
think?
parang Sir Yan. Sir Yan nga.
I know a couple girls over there.
There's one is really hot. Wasn't she? The one.
The one you have to go to the next time when you go to Bangkok in the evening. If you're not doing anything in the evening, you go to the one in Nana Plaza.
We went there. Jeff and I went there, and the food was terrible.
Yeah, but you don't go there for the food.
I wanted wings, and they were terrible.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't
But
care.
you don't go there for the food. You sit there so you can watch everybody walking into
Oh,
Nana
yeah.
Plaza. It's a people watching spot.
Yeah, it is good people watching spot.
But yeah, I don't like the food there. That Hooter, most Hooters I'm not a fan of outside of the U.S.
This one was not bad. I had the Caribbean jerk rub,
Yeah.
which I liked, and it was pretty good. She had the fish and chips, and that was pretty good, right?
Fish and chips. Fish.
Fish.
You had the fish and chips.
That looks nice.
That's good.
Looks super healthy too.
Hindi, carrot.
With the oats.
Parang, ay hindi. Papaya. Parang puro
Oh,
prutas.
look at that. Look at that. Oh. Oh. One more time. Oh.
Ano, sarap.
Burrito, Han?
Mayroon din nasa din.
You lost your brownie.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God. You're
Oh, look.
Naglag na.
Kainin mo na. Cookies.
So Sheila didn't want anything big.
Parang
Yeah.
She got a big ass cake and a big ass chocolate thing.
Bird, sinaglagan.
I'm not hungry.
This girl can eat.
Yeah, Cherry can eat too. Well, it's hit or miss with Cherry. There's times that I order stuff and I go, oh, you're not going to be able to finish that. And then I blink and it's like down to the last bite. Right? That's the other thing. She inhales her food. Cherry inhales her food. That's why she's always burping after she.
I tend to eat pretty fast also.
Ganon.
Mabilis kang kumain.
Siklo.
Eat really fast.
She takes about
Ganon.
4 times longer than I take.
Tapos yung tiyan mo nagbo-bloated. Kasi marami ng gas.
But I've slowed down since we've been together. I've slowed down on my eating. The speed.
Lalo na kapag gutom
Yeah,
ka.
I've noticed you inhale food, used to inhale food too.
Growing up on a farm and being in the military, that's what you end up doing, inhaling your food. So you don't have time.
You're Ohio, right? You know, the funny thing is every time I hear Ohio, 2 things happen. One, little known fact about Ohio is it has the largest per capita swinger population in the United States.
Per capita what?
Swingers.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, Michigan quite a few too.
yeah. But Ohio is the number 1. And the other thing I'm reminded of is when I was a junior executive at this company, Japanese company in LA, my boss was kind of my friend, but so I used to give him shit all the time, right? But he called me into his office, and we were opening up a Midwestern, more Eastern office, right? And he comes to me and he goes, this is where the Joe came from. Before I was Zen, right? My nickname used to be the Joe, right? And he used to go, the Joe, we need to fry to Cleveland, Ohio. And I'm like, and it was really funny because I was the one who spoke Japanese. And the other exec is Japanese, and he doesn't speak a lick of Japanese, right? And we're both, and he's this really funny little California Japanese surfer guy, right? And he's like, and he looks at our boss and he goes, Yoshi, what the fuck is a Cleveland, right? What the fuck is Ohio? And my boss is getting frustrated. I mean, just frustrated. He's like, Cleveland. Ohio, like that, and we're like, what the fuck is Cleveland, Ohio? Where is that? Show us on the map. This is, obviously before Google, and then he's like, Cleveland, Ohio. And then the CFO walks in and goes, Cleveland, Ohio. and you just go, oh, that's what I said.
Matamis talaga yun.
I still talking to her, and I'll look at her. She'll say it like 3 or 4 times. I don't understand. And I say, spell it. Right?
Pimpo sa ata to na.
Biggest thing is because I can't hear it.
Same with me.
She speaks really low.
Yeah. She's quiet.
I've had too many, for me, I've had too many
Gunshot.
guns
Yeah.
going off, and so I can't hear low sounds.
Yeah. And that's my problem also. Conversation just really bad, especially in noisy environments.
Pag nasa sasakyan, kailangan sumigaw.
Well, I've learned to read lips.
Yeah, I do too. And, you know, I tell her, she'll be looking away and talking to me. I said, turn around and look at me so I can see her. Right? Uh-oh.
How many percent now that you understand me?
100, how much? Maybe 80.
80 now.
When we first met, it was like 50, 40.
Well, my advantage is I grew up Filipino. She speaks to me in Tagalog all the time. 90% of her Tagalog I understand.
Maybe that's what you should do, speak to me in Tagalog, but slowly. When she speaks Tagalog, it's like
Fast.
a machine gun.
Mana ako kay Papa. Maano mo salita, mabilis.
But you were,
Pure talaga siya.
you're Tagalog, right?
Oo. Kasi
Right.
subit
But
eh.
my father is Ilocano.
My grandfather is Ilocano. I think you have the skin.
Brown na brown.
Yeah.
Ako kasi hindi eh.
Saan ka ba?
May pagkaputi.
All
Konti.
Filipinos have the nose,
Ito yung ano.
but you can always, most Ilocanos are very morena.
Yeah.
Taga-Leyte ako eh.
Yeah, Leyte
Biliran.
girls tend to be a little more fair.
Saan ba ang late?
Tacloban. Unahan sa Tacloban.
Taas?
Oh,
Visayas.
where?
Sa Bisaya?
Yeah, Tacloban.
Sa gitna. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
So you never really left.
Luzon?
Yeah.
The first time she's ever left Luzon is when we went to Puerto Galera.
Wow.
In July? No, May.
May, February.
February.
Yun yung
Crazy.
Yun yung first time ko. Malayo.
So, are you from Subic or Olongapo?
Yeah, she grew up in Calaclan. Her father worked at the base when the base was
And
here.
then, her mother daw is a flower vendor.
And she was there when Pinatubo blew. She was a little kid, maybe 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah, I was there 3 months maybe before
Paano
Pinatubo
kayo
blew.
na-survive nun?
Ano? Yung sa kapilya namin, di ba?
It was really weird to me
Parang
when
may
I flew in the
free
park.
bus papuntang Manila. Eh, may mga uncle ako sa
You know,
Manila.
like 4 or
Don't
5 years
get
ago for
ano.
the first time. And
Yeah.
Malapit
it
lang talaga
was really
yun.
weird because the base, I flew in the middle of the night. And the base that's still there, the shadows,
alam mo yung pinto na,
like,
di ba,
brought back
doon na
memories.
kami,
Yeah.
upper
Right,
na
but then
kami,
when you
upper
see it in
na
the
kami.
daytime,
Pinto
it's
na
like-
talaga. Hindi kami lumabas doon, baka natrap na yun.
Oo. Ilan kayo magkakapatid?
4.
So when Pinatubo blew,
Ngayon 5 na kami.
so she lives in Upper Calaclan. Her parents do, and
Like,
there's like 90 steps
90 steps.
up the side of the mountain
doon kami sa...
that they have to go up and down every day. And so when Pinatubo blew, her father was carrying her and her
Tatlo kami.
And-
Sa likod ako, tapos isa
Yeah.
dito ako sa dito.
the- through all the ash and everything.
Naging ano na, parang buhangin na. Di ba?
Wow.
Kasi sa adik kami. Ilang beses kami gumulong gilid. Diba? Tapos Tapos bubuhatin ulit.
See, I can understand her Tagalog.
Even if it's fast.
Yeah. I get about 60-70% of it, but that's enough for
Yeah.
me to understand what you're saying.
Right. When she's still,
Her words are clear.
because she's
like-
been speaking Tagalog her entire life. That's
But
why.
like Cherry's the same. Her words are clear. She enunciates her words very well. And a lot of the girls that come from the province, they're used to speaking Waray or Visaya, right?
Yung Tagalog nila hindi
And
talaga
when they speak
masyado.
Tagalog, I have a really hard time understanding them because they're using Waray accents and Waray and Visayan accent.
Yeah.
You know, hindi ko nakaka-
My mom grew up. My mom and my tita grew up in Manila, Quezon City. Technically, I still have a house there. My grandfather left me a house there, but I
Somewhere
think
there.
I think one of my cousins or something, they got squatters' rights or whatever. You know, it's just an amazing pain in the ass to get it back. I have a buddy of mine in LA, my friend Gil. He's Filipino, and he had a family member, like his dad or something, leave him a house in the Philippines, and then his cousins moved into it, and it took him like almost 4 years to get the
Document?
documents that he's the owner.
Maraming proseso eh.
Hindi yung binigay sa kanya. Lupa.
Yung kaibigan niya.
Ay, kaibigan.
Oo. Pero meron daw siyang yung lolo niya, pinamanahan siya ng ng bahay.
You know, down the end of Beloy,
Pero hindi niya alam
The
kung ano
far end?
talaga yung ano.
they're getting rid of all the squatters and everything down there.
Are they?
Demolition.
I mean, almost all the way up to, you know where
Gagawin
the Louis Grand guy was building that same place down there, almost all the way there on both sides of the road.
Wow.
Just completely clearing it all out.
na pag-
Jeff is going to,
Parang pinaglalaban siya. Ang dami kasi.
He likes the Philippines better than here, so he's going to be in the Philippines for 6 weeks. But he's leaving in 3. He was messaging me this morning going, I really want to go there now. Jeff, you're retired. You should just go.
Right?
He doesn't want to live in the Philippines though.
Yeah. I think I'd rather live here, but there's no way.
It's okay.
That's the way she was in the beginning. The
Ganun
first
din
time,
ako.
she was like that. And then we went back to the Philippines. And then what I did was I started pointing out all the differences,
Gano'n, yung unang patayo rito, gano'n.
right? I started pointing out
Ano
all the
lang,
differences.
months lang.
Remember,
3 months
when
lang
we were in
ata kayo.
Thailand and you saw
3
this,
months lang kami
or the
nag-stay
food,
dito.
right?
Tapos bumalik kayo.
No,
I was really
pero
hoping you guys-
nag-lockdown.
I know you were tired the other night, but when we went to where we went to go eat, it's
Ay,
more
dalawang
local,
beses pala bago kami
and
bago
and you
nag-lockdown.
get a more idea of the local
Talaga
fresh
bumabalik
food,
kayo dito.
and it's just
Oo.
so much.
Yeah.
Ang
Fucking,
nagkaano lang
the
sa akin yun,
ingredients are so much better.
nanggagalait ako
So what we
dati.
should do is when Ian's out of school, where he's out of school for a period of a month, do an Airbnb.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving
Do
you
an
a hard time.
Airbnb.
Jeff.
Do an Airbnb for a month, and bring Ian here and just stay here.
Yeah,
for a
1
month.
month or 2 months.
Well, we can't do 2 months because of his school.
Oh, they don't get more than a month vacation?
Oh, 1 month.
Usually 1 month.
Yeah.
And have a
The
vacation.
schools here are amazing.
I saw the vlog. Okay, Filipino teacher.
Oo, Pilipino. Hindi,
I saw the
hindi.
vlog of the kids. They are safe and teach well. Teaching them well.
She misses, but
But she has a very close, tight family.
It's okay.
They will miss their family very much.
well, that's
It's only-
normal
It's
Filipinos.
only 3 hours.
It's only a 3-hour flight. This
I
is
can do that once a year, di ba? Like my aunt, my aunt living in Switzerland, di ba? She's doing it once a year. That's okay.
see. If I were my friend Jeff, I kind of agree with him. he loves living in the U.S. Right? He goes to the Philippines for like a month and a half, twice a year. Right? And then he comes here for 2-3 weeks. And then he goes back home. Right? That's great. But when you gotta for I know you're used to the way the things work in the Philippines. For us, living there is extremely frustrating.
Yeah, it's hard for expats.
It's very hard for American expats to live in the Philippines.
You have to really adjust your whole mindset and your whole outlook on how you live.
That's why, like, that's one of the reasons why my friend doesn't want to live in the Philippines. Here, it's kind of a compromise. You know, you understand it's kind of like a 50-50. Right? Here we have some of the things that are like the US, but some of the things that are like the Philippines. So
Ganyan talaga ang buhay.
Sabi ko naman
But
sa...
we wouldn't live in patio. We would
No.
live like in Jumtien or something like that.
or like where we live.
Yeah, that's how far. Where it's more family.
Yeah.
Sabi ko naman
Jeff
sa
said
kanya,
if he lived here, he'd end up dead or in jail. But you got to know Jeff. He's very confrontational.
sabi ko naman sa kanya kahit saan.
He can be confrontational in the Philippines, but he can't be confrontational in Thailand.
He said, if Thailand spoke in English, I'll be
He'd be here full time.
full time.
Yeah, but you know, see, Mr. Confrontational. First thing he said was, "I'm not," right? But
I was pretty confrontational with that tuk-tuk driver.
well, yeah, that was Chris had a bad tuk-tuk experience. Took him somewhere where he wasn't supposed to be. But you know, the truth is, what I found is living here versus living in the Philippines. Now, I lived in the Philippines straight during COVID for a year and a half almost.
And you're so frustrated.
And it was very frustrating. And you know what I found was that the language barrier is not so much of a language barrier here as it is in the Philippines. Even though they speak English, they still don't understand you half the time.
It's the difference between don't mean like intellectual conversation. I mean a deep conversation versus
Your
casual
day-to-day stuff,
conversation.
right? What I've found is that even the casual, when you're trying to get stuff done, I have as much issues in the Philippines as I do here in Thailand, because the way they understand English there is not the same. So everything still gets lost in translation.
Yeah.
Their common sense is not our common sense. And Thai and Filipino common sense, I'm finding, is very similar. So once you figure out how to communicate to a Filipino, I can communicate to a Thai. But that's anything with any culture,
Yeah, that's right.
you know. Living in
No matter-
Mexico, it's the same thing. I had to figure out how to communicate with
I
Mexicans.
mean, if you move cross country in the U.S., you still have to adapt to that culture.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
This works out pretty good.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Patingin? Medyo?
Ano dito sa ano?
Ian's got
Meron silang United.
Oh yeah. Did you take the pictures at the floating market? Did you get in the Thai outfit?
they didn't have it set up. Only half, the back half is completely empty.
Oh, we haven't been in there.
Yeah, so I don't think they've recovered yet from COVID. So it's just the front half with souvenir stuff.
Kasi nag-message yung picture, meron silang...
So they're not doing the Thai boxing tour and the whole.
They have the boat tour and everything,
But
but
you didn't do it.
no, because
Then nothing was open.
there's nothing's open.
I got you.
Marami be. Doon sa ano,
Shower.
sa
But Ian has they have a, what is it, UN Day where then they have to dress up in a costume from a country.
Oh.
They,
Sa
she
Tukungan,
just got the
earlier
message.
from the school, there's a vendor there that selling the costume for like the Thai.
Yeah. If
Marami.
remember when I was showing you where Tucum was? I said that was like where you buy the IT stuff,
Oh yeah.
right? That row between Walking Street and that,
There's a school.
there's a school there on the corner, and between the school and Tucum is a market kind of row.
It's on Second Road.
No, it's on Pattaya Thai, which is the road. Second road is, so this is north, that's south, right? So Beach Road and Second Road go north-south,
Yeah.
right? So Pattaya First Road, Pattaya Central Road, and then Pattaya South Road, Central Road, Third Road, right? So South Road, which is where Walking Street is, and that's the east-west road,
Okay.
right? And so on the corner where the John Tien
Yeah.
bot bus picks up, that's a school,
Okay.
right? And between that school and where I told you where the IT stuff was, right, is a row of market stuff.
Okay.
And somewhere in there, along that row, is a place where they do traditional Thai outfits.
We'll check that out on
Yeah.
this afternoon. Is it?
Right, I corrected myself. Thanks, Jeff.
She just got the message this morning. I said, "Oh, that's perfect. Thailand is
Yeah.
part of the UN,
Yeah.
so why don't he go in Thai costume?"
Marami doon.
Yeah, and it's Thai's a very well, you know, you look at some of the older traditional Filipino costumes.
Yeah,
There's a lot of the same influences.
yeah, but they're also based on what area. So the Visayan costumes are
Are really different.
Yeah, different.
Ilocano costumes and very different from Mindanao costumes. I always like, when they have the festival,
Pero nakakita ka
the
din.
fiesta,
Oo, marami.
Yeah.
but they do the traditional dress in the fiesta,
Yes lang, marami.
not just the gambling and
Ay,
the,
Right,
pwede
right,
naman
right.
po.
you know, where they actually have a real
Like they
fiesta.
do in the province.
Tapos,
Yeah.
Yeah.
di ba, yung store na yun, dito lang kayo
Saan kami bababa?
sa Tukom or ano, mga yun.
He knows.
You know na?
What?
Where to
Yeah, I know what you mean. So,
Chris is not directionally challenged.
one year I went down to General MacArthur in Eastern Samar for their fiesta. Oh my gosh, it was a wonderful fiesta.
That's a big, for most Filipinos, it's a big thing.
And everybody's in traditional costume,
Mga best,
different men and women, and all the schools had their had a different dance routine and a traditional dance routine. It was amazing.
Just like in Navalhan, they do that.
Really, you're
Cherries
your
and
province,
Berlin,
right?
yeah.
Now, one of these days we need to go to her province because it's beautiful down there. I've seen so many pictures. I just never been.
We, when we went, I was there for almost a month. And, but we spent, we went and got a motorbike. And we covered the whole island in 2 days.
Yeah.
We spent a day.
So you have like a huge sugar rush now. You have lots of energy. Ooh, maybe we'll go back to the room.
Before the monthly happened, right? That's what Cherry this morning went. She went because today's my.
Mine?
It's yours now.
Cherry went.
Sure.
Today's my Cialis day, right? And she goes, I can't move today. And I said, she goes, but you can go get a girl.
Yeah, she told me that when we were out bar hopping. I said, yeah, I don't think so. I think
Not
this
yet.
is a test.
You're not ready yet.
I said, this is a test. No, she told me.
Yeah, Cherry. I probably should tell these stories when Cherry's here, but Yeah, that's not. I can't really control that. That's just the connection between us and the servers. Look us up on YouTube or Twitch. See if that video quality. That might be Facebook. My friend is saying that our video is degrading.
So are those the ferries going between the islands over there?
No. Okay. To get to Kolarn, there's two main ways, right? You can those little speedboat looking things,
Yeah.
right? You can rent one of those, right? No, there's actually three main ways, but two of them involve those speedboats. Okay. Let me back up. The easiest way is you go to Valley High Pier, right?
Yeah.
And the local way, you go to the end of the pier, and there's a big ferry that goes between there, and it's only 30 baht per person, right?
And it's on a schedule,
And it, well, yeah,
a loose schedule.
yeah, it's better than say a Filipino schedule.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Gotcha.
They leave within 10 to 15 minutes of when they say they're gonna leave. So that's 30 baht. The way I've never done that way, right? I've done the other two ways, right? The first time I went to Kolarn, a buddy of mine, there were 6 of us going. So a buddy of mine went to the beach, and you talk to the dudes on the beach, right? And they bring a speedboat around, right? And that's 2,500 or so. For I remember we gave the guy like and then they take you to a private section of the beach, but there's like 40 other boats there,
Yeah, right.
And but it was a really nice part of the beach, right? We were able to find it on motorbikes another time we went, right? But that was 2,500. We gave the guy a 300, 400, 500 baht tip, right? But they actually take you there and they wait there for you
Oh, and bring it back.
and then bring you back.
Oh, that's a pretty good deal.
And they sit there all day, right? All of the boats like park, right? And then you just walk along the beach and you kind of wave your hand. They remember you. They bring. It's the same driver, the same boat. He comes back, right? That kind of a thing. The third way, which we just found recently, is because there's another cafe that I like this one, right over on the pier side. It's a 2-story cafe and it has another view that I like as well. But when we were walking out, this guy came and told us, "You guys are going to Kolarn," and so I wanted to listen to his pitch. So I listened to what he had to say, and I was like, "Wow, that's a pretty good deal." So they have a company of those speedboats,
Okay.
2 or 3 of them, that leave from Valley High Pier, and what they do is they basically break down the cost between the passengers. So it's like 200 baht a head,
Oh, wow.
150 baht a head. You don't, and then they drop you off where the ferry drops off, but it's a direct. They leave when you're ready to leave, right? Pickup is a little tricky, right? You come back to the area and you look for kind of the representative that represents your boating company, right? And then they call a boat, and then and it can take anywhere from 10 minutes to 40 minutes, right? And then they come over and they pick you up and they bring you back. The difference though is that in her case, for the motion sickness, the least bumpy ride is the ferry,
Right, of course.
right?
We took the ferry
Hello,
down to
Nam Lau.
Puerto Galera, and on the way down it wasn't too bad. On the way back it was pretty choppy,
Yeah.
and she was
The
having
speedboats are really bumpy,
she was having a hard time, even with the Dramamine.
but you're 30 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
It's-
this was like a 3-hour trip.
Yeah, the ferry is like almost an hour because it goes really slow, right? But the speedboats are like 20, 30 minutes, right?
But we did a How Long Bay cruise in Vietnam, and where it's a liveaboard, you sleep there on a boat and everything.
Wow.
And it was a wonderful experience. And could I get one also? And then
There's
she had no problems.
Beautiful eyes.
She had no problems on that. But it was very fun. If you ever go to Vietnam, that was her favorite part of the trip, right? The Ha Long Bay.
We did. You should take her down to. Where did we do that? We did. We went to Bohol
Oh yeah.
and we did the motorbike. We grabbed the motorbike. We did the two Tarsier things. We did the chocolate hills, and then we did the floating lunch thing. And that was really cool.
Yeah, where you go down the river?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you've done
that's
that,
on,
right?
That's on the list to do.
Yeah.
And but October 28th, 27th, October 27th, Air Swift has opened up their El Nido flight again
Oh, right.
out of Clark.
Right. That's
So-
the seaplane, right?
It's kind of a seaplane. It's bigger than a seaplane because they have
Right,
a regular
Adventure
runway.
ka, be? Adventure ka?
But we're
Adventure
gonna
ka?
we're gonna go there after Ian gets out of school and just go down
Maano ka sa zipline?
El Nido for a few days.
Hindi. Takot ka sa height?
Takot ako sa heights. Yun lang. Pero willing naman ako i-try.
But it'll be nice when Clark opens
Sa
up a
buwan
whole
na
lot more of their
mayroon.
domestic
Zip
flights
line.
again.
O, plano ko.
Right now it's Tacloban,
Sa December.
Cebu,
Sama
Davao.
na.
That's it.
Well, the Philippines have got to get past all their bureaucratic fucking mask mandates and that's the other big issue with the Philippines versus most other countries is that each region is its own governmental unit. That they even call it that, LGU.
LGU.
The local government unit.
Right.
And each LGU sets their own rules
Yep.
for
And depending on how they get along with their LGUs around them,
right.
they're going to set up the rules. You know, oh, I don't like that guy, that barangay captain. I don't like that mayor.
Right.
So I'm going to make my rules. So coming into my LGU, you have to do all this stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's a big pain in the butt.
Yeah. It's like Angeles McBalaka.
Right.
Yeah.
All that
Different
drama during
rules.
COVID. Mabalaka.
Mabalakat.
Huh?
Mabalakat.
Mabalaka. Sorry.
It's alright.
Now you're doing it now. It's all good.
That's okay. Ian laughs at my Tagalog also, and how I pronounce different things.
I laugh at her English all the time,
I laugh at her.
but I think it's cute as fuck. Part of it is I try not to laugh half the time because I don't want her to stop.
Right.
I think it's super cute, right? So I don't want her to stop. But she is picking up my accent. She's starting to talk
I'm
like
learning.
she's learning to talk like
Sometimes she doesn't understand me too, so it's the same.
Well, yeah, it's the same. It's the same.
Like she was talking today. We were coming out of the
Floating market.
floating market, and she was trying to tell me something. She said, "I don't remember the English."
But your sign language hindi. Or
A lot of
expression-
times language is grammar.
Yeah.
They use different grammar than we do in Tagalog.
Sentence structure. Everything.
Yeah.
Di ba sa atin,
Syntax,
whatever,
yeah.
kahit in English pala kahit ano pala yun. Yung sa atin kasi pag sinasabi natin whatever, galit agad yung isang tao.
It's really weird. Some words are masculine, and some are feminine.
But they don't have masculine and feminine words.
Pag sinasabi niya,
Yes, they do.
Oo,
Like
parang
Lola.
Oh, right. I see the point you're trying to
Hindi,
make.
kahit ano.
Right, but you're
Sabi,
specifically
ganun pala yung
speaking
ibig
of
sabihin.
a person.
Kahit ano
Right,
gusto
but they
mo.
don't have
He, she.
Galit.
right,
Parang bad ko. Hindi pala.
right.
In
Tita, tito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Philippines kasi yan, if people say whatever, it means that you're mad, whatever
Oh,
you're
I know,
mad.
I know.
In the U.S., it's like whatever. It's like you're.
It doesn't matter. Well, it can mean that, but whatever also means whatever.
Yeah.
It
Kahit
depends.
ano.
It's like
Depends on
saying.
how you
It
pronounce
depends
it.
how you say it,
Yeah.
right? If you say whatever, that's your meaning. If you say, like how I say it most of the time,
Yeah, you always said, whatever.
whatever,
Kahit
Yeah,
ano.
whatever. Yeah, so whatever you want to do.
whatever.
I'm happy either way.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, I'm happy. That's
Right.
whatever.
Ganun
That's
pala
she
yun.
always used to think I was mad.
Yeah, it's not mad. It can
See,
be.
the point I was trying to make when Cherry went to the bathroom that I said I should talk about when Cherry got here was, but the difference was when we were first dating, we weren't dating. She was still working in the bar. She
Yeah.
was kind of my
It's
maid,
complicated.
right? It wasn't really that complicated, right? And but she started thinking she was my girlfriend, and I was like, no, right? But even though I had girlfriends, every girl that I was with knew that Wednesday was Cherry's day, right? So for me, or at least in our relationship, we started as friends with benefits. Right? She, even now, to me, she is my best friend.
That's a
Right?
good thing.
That's a good.
Right. But she used to get crazy jealous, right? You know.
But I'm learning.
But the difference is, and you know, the difference was, and I don't think she completely understood this when we first started out, was that I went out of my way, right, to make it so that she knew that she could do whatever she wanted, right? Like she likes black guys, right? She likes BBC, you know, and so every time we had an opportunity for her to be with a black guy with a big dick, right? I would make it happen for her, right? But my point of that was showing her that she could do whatever she wanted, and I didn't get jealous, right? And that I could still love her, right? And these things can still happen, right? See, for me, it kind of works both ways, right? So now she's at the point where she can look at me and say, you know, you can do it, and I actually believe her, right? Before, it took a while, you know.
Oh, this is going back to where she said, "Oh, you can get a girl."
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I always come back to points that we didn't finish. I'm always like that. I don't know. I need closure. I need
Okay. On
completion.
everything, huh?
Pretty much. And but that's how we, you know, the catch is you guys have to decide what you guys want for you. You know.
I'm pretty happy the way we are.
You know, funny. It's really funny that this is the first time we've been back and we're married, right? And she's, I really believe she's completely okay if I have sex with any of the girls here. But you want to know something? We've been back since February. I have not had sex with a Thai girl.
Wala.
I haven't had sex with anybody but her.
Gago to eh.
I've had girls, you know, play with me and we play around and grab and only in the club. But I have not taken a girl
Labas
by myself. I go out. I mean, I'll go out and I have the opportunity. I can, you know, the clubs all have rooms. You can take. I just haven't done it. You know, I come home and tell her the stories. You know, like the other day I was in a bar. I was buying 3 girls drinks and they were taking turns.
Oo, sinasabi niya
You
sa
know,
akin. Ano
But
nangyayari.
we've been here since February, and I have girls like the girl at Kink the other night. I was like, oh, I wanna, and I really, really wanna fuck her, but I'm just not in a hurry. You know what I mean? I'm not in a hurry. I have girls message me from before that I knew before. They message me because, you know, I know Chris is pretty good at, from what I hear, you know, the one time me and Chris did it, it was pretty fucking fantastic, right? But, so it's like the same thing. I have girls that want to, they message me and they go, hey, you know, I want to boom. And I'm like, you know, yeah, boom boom with you is really fucking good. I want to too, but I'm just not,
Interested. Yeah.
I'm just not in a hurry. I'm not, yeah, I'm interested mentally,
Mentally.
but do I need to do it? not really. And the difference is, the big difference is there's no expectation. She doesn't care, whatever,
Whatever.
right? She doesn't care if I do, and she doesn't care if I don't. And that makes kind of, you know?
Basta happy
So
kayo.
most of the time when I go out, like, we went out the other day, I saw some girl, wow, she's pretty nice,
I do that. We
And
do that all the
back-
time.
Back before, I said, yeah, I'd probably, take her. And then, like, now it's like, okay.
But you still like looking.
Yeah, I still like looking. But
Hindi mo
I just don't want
maiwasan
to
yun
do
sa isang
it.
lalaki.
I
Right.
just don't want to do it.
I'm just not
It's
in
just
a
like,
hurry.
It's too much work.
Kasi ganun sila eh. Build sila ng ganun pagkatao.
Kahit na may kasama ka, di ba?
And there's no way.
It's a security in the relationship.
And there's no way you're gonna. A guy is not gonna totally wipe out any
Yep.
thoughts.
No,
out
no,
of his
no, no.
mind.
Women need to understand one thing about men. Period. All men. Any woman that comes into their life, any woman, right? Some part of their brain is thinking, what's it like to have sex with that girl?
Yeah.
That's just how men are made.
Yeah.
All
Sabi
men
ko
are
sa'yo
made
na-
that way. In any animals. That's part of nature. Right? Because the purpose of sex is procreation. Right? Make babies. Right? So men are wired, dogs, cats, all males of any species is automatically thinking, what's it like to have sex with that person? And and this might sound pretty fucking twisted, right? But I guarantee you, I'm not going to say all, but 99% of men have even thought, what's it like to fuck a family member?
Probably.
Probably. If you've got a sister or even your mother, they call that an Oedipus complex, right? Right? But that's just all men think about. Some part of their brain goes, I wonder what it's like to fuck her.
That's like a rooster. There's one rooster. There's 30 chickens, 30 hens out there, and they're interested in all of them, right?
Yep.
Jeff, when I'm talking about the family, Jeff goes, nope, I got an ugly family. But I think that's one huge thing that most women need to understand about men.
There's
Right?
a difference between it going on in here and actually acting.
Right, that's true. But even the girls that go, that put guys in the friend zone, I guarantee you that guy has thought about fucking.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Ganon.
When you were talking about thinking about family, I thought, well, yeah, her family, every one of her family, her whole family's filled with hobbies.
And Chris has thought about what it's like to have sex with every single one of your
She
and
only has one
cousins and
sister.
everything.
Cousins,
I've done it
aunties.
with her. I flirt with her sisters all the fucking time. She's got her sisters got like they're big, but I still flirt with them. I'm like I go her sister Cheryl.
Way wiser wired.
It's just the way men are wired, right? I don't hide it. That's the difference. Compared to most men, I don't hide shit, right?
I hide a lot more than I actually than
I what you hear me say out loud, right, is what most men are thinking.
yes. I'm pretty open and honest with her, but I still hide my thoughts.
Whenever you hear me, when we're around each other, whenever you hear me say, I'm a dirty, dirty man, right? Usually means that there's some really young looking girl, right, that I've seen, and my brain went, oh.
You're
You said that-
saying that
You said that to
vocally,
me about her walking down the street.
Right.
Yeah.
That means I was thinking about fucking her.
you're no you're saying you're just saying vocally. But I know Chris just like this, just don't say that.
Because most men don't.
Yeah.
We don't
Most
say it out
men
loud.
don't.
But
Because,
I know,
especially in America, you're not really allowed, right?
Bakit?
They'll sue you.
Yeah. That's called
You
sexual
can't,
harassment.
yeah, you can't like tell a girl,
You
right,
can't even tell a girl that she's beautiful.
anymore
Wow.
without her permission. You got to get consent.
They should.
Like in the U.S., like me, right? Like for example, I come to, you say you weren't around, or
Only.
you were. If the way you have to do it is kind of like this, and even this is kind of, you know, you have to say it kind of passive. You have to say, you know, I think that the way you look today is attractive, but I can't come out and say, fuck, you're hot.
Yeah.
Right.
Only men, but girls can do that.
Girls can do it, right?
Ito, may na-
Right, Jeff is listening, and he hasn't seen you because you're not on video, and he said, I haven't even seen her, and I'm thinking about fucking her. That's men.
But most men hide it because of the jealousy factor.
That's the other one. But you know what? This is the way I look at jealousy. It's simple. If you got to get jealous or upset about your significant other, then what the fuck are you doing with that?
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Then why are you with them? Right? If you don't believe that they're there for you, then why are you with them? Right? There are 7.5 billion plus people in this world. There's 100 million people in the Philippines. Right?
Billion na.
And this person chose to be with you, right? And vice versa. And so if you're gonna get jealous, then why are you with them? You understand what I'm saying?
So I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to.
I like that.
Oh, Jeff goes, so they can empty your bank account?
Buwang ka talaga
Oh,
I'm
were
dyan.
you
just
gonna
trying to
say?
think about. I agree with you, but I'm thinking about where that comes from.
No, I get it. It's an insecurity. It's the same.
Not just the insecurity. No, just like you said that men are wired for looking at females and say, "Ooh, I like
Yeah.
that." Where's that concept of jealousy? That's a social thing, not
That too.
That's
But
not- it's
it
not
also
it's
comes
not
from
a-
expectation.
Right.
You see, right, socially in the media it teaches people that love, right, is a desire, right? To me, love is an emotion,
It is a-
right? And but the media has made it so that when you tell somebody you love them, they expect you to love them back, right? And where the disappointment occurs is when that love is not returned in the same way that you're giving it to them.
It may not be returned. It may not be returned in
The
their
way-
expectation.
yeah.
Correct. Expectation is what causes disappointment. Expectation is what causes a lot of things, right? To me, love is understanding that when you love someone, they may not love you. Their definition of love
Bakit
may
ka
not be
na-
the same
bakit na-
as your definition. Right, it
Bakit
can
ka-
be
kung
completely
nagsiselos
different.
ka, sabi ni Jen,
Right.
kung nagsiselos ka, bakit ka nandyan sa isang
So-
taong ito?
So,
ganon.
the way I look at things is that relationships in general
Para maubos
are
yun.
wholly selfish endeavors.
Yeah.
But you have to need to
Yeah,
understand
talaga
that your
talaga.
selfishness is not the same selfishness as your partner's. Right? That's just because people always ask me all the time, how are you not jealous? I get what I need, I get what I want because I don't expect anything else. Right? Like I don't get mad at people until they've been warned. Right? That's kind of the thing. It's like I can't get mad at you for doing something if you didn't know that was going to make me mad. Right? right? Because your common sense may not be my common sense, right? It's the same kind of thing. It works all across the board. So then, if I tell you, you know, Chris, if you don't move that fucking cup over that way, right, I'm gonna be pissed off, right? And then
This way or this way?
right, and then if you do that, in my mind, now you are choosing to piss me off. You see what I'm saying, right? And then to me, I have a right to be mad at you, right? But on the same token, you have a right to care or not care, right? You know, and I'm human. There are things that get under my skin, just like
Everybody
other people.
has buttons.
Everybody has buttons. Jeff said low expectations. But that's kind of the problem with these. You know, the problem is that they've been programmed by the media with the love stories, the novellas, the soap operas, all of those things, even the movies and the rom-coms, that love is supposed to look a certain way. That goes back to what you were saying with the social and, you know, their programming, you know. But I don't think that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people should, you know, if you want to see, you know, one example of love is like, you know, you look at someone that's been, you know, like your parents. They've been married how long? It's like
No, I'm
30 some years,
no, I'm 37, 30,
40 years.
Jeff says, "Hi Cherry, I'm thinking about fucking you now."
38.
Okay, let's do it.
So, and then, you know, and then there's, you know, you go out in the province, you see these people who have married 70 years, you know.
Right.
And you know they have to love each other, even though it doesn't fit that expectation that you see on anything.
Right.
Their entire
Right.
life was nothing like that what you see in the movies. Their entire life, but you know damn well that they love each
My
other.
my
because
dad
they
is
say-
babaero.
All Filipinos are baba.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, wait. I shouldn't even throw race in there. All
men.
men are
Babaero.
baba. Period.
Have the potential. All men have the potential
They know all men are in their mind.
in their mind. That's why. But her definition of Babaero is different than what you just said. In their mind.
Yeah, but I'm a firm believer. Given the opportunity, even if you create the most loyal man on the planet,
Right.
that's not gay, right? And you create the perfect storm of a moment, right? Like the perfect girl for that person, the perfect environment for that person. He can be the most loyal man on the planet. And I am a firm believer that he will fuck the shit out of that girl.
Yeah, given the opportunity. Absolutely, I believe that too.
And I'm talking about, yes, some men are more loyal. It's the same thing like we were talking about earlier. Chris is agreeing with all the things that I say, but he doesn't say that, right? You know, and every man can choose, right? And you see, then girls turn this around and go, well, see, every man can choose, right? You know, and then I'm like, yeah. But you see, the point you don't understand is that I choose you.
Well, and the reason I choose not to say those things out loud because I know it will hurt her.
Half up, ayun siya.
So, hindi lang buo.
But I'm being more and more
Oo,
open about
gusto
my
mo, pero
thoughts.
ayun din.
But you know,
You really, hold on a
Kaya
second.
naman, kahit pwede naman
I need to do
masyadong
this.
Long tsaka walang kulay.
Can I do it from here?
Ano yun?
Wait. I can't control which camera is coming. I gotta do this for Jeff. There you go, Jeff.
what you can see her now.
I'm behind. You got two really cute girls behind.
Sabi ko.
Do I need to move to the left or right? Ask Jeff if I need to move to the
There
left.
you go, Jeff.
Hey Jeff, do I need to move to the left or the right?
No, you're fine. Here. It's actually, this camera's above your head right now.
How about that one, Jeff?
So they So was that chocolate on the bottom?
Brownie.
Brownie on the bottom. What's the caramel one? The banana?
This
Chocolate.
one. I don't know. But it's sweet. Too much sweet. Like graham,
Yeah.
but much sweeter.
Okay.
I think chocolate cream.
Yeah, maybe.
Jim said, now I'm thinking about fucking them. Why can't I turn off the
You had a
fucking
flour in your
back?
fruit?
It's the side.
Fancy.
So I can't turn on or off.
We'll find the CR.
Yeah, go straight and then turn left. And then go down. Is that good direction, Han?
Yeah.
Left pala ba?
Left, tapos baba ka. May stairs doon.
Ay, mapaliba ka?
Oo, tapos yung ano, yung diretso ka lang, pagbaba mo, diretso, tapos kanan,
Hey,
left.
Jim, you just missed a big discussion me and my buddy Chris was having about life and relationships and whatnot. They went to the restroom though. Let's see if I can turn around this camera. Hold on. Why is that camera running?
No katoy place. Ano yun, Han?
Katoy is a ladyboy.
They are not. Ang init naman.
Yeah, well, we're sitting in the. Sailor Wilson is a guy. The husband of the girl's picture you're seeing. He's the owner, actual owner. But on paper, the Sailor Wilson girl is the owner. There you go. How's that video?
Yep, we are.
Yeah, the one on the left? Yeah, they're good people. I wish I could control the camera from the switcher. There's like a whole bunch of feature requests I need to send these people.
Di ba, Han, you have ano, Han? The one that you said, the 12 rotate, the camera?
Well, you can think about fucking the picture. Nobody's gonna fault you for that. Jim might have something to say when you meet him. There, how's that, Jeff? You got a better picture now? Are you happy now?
That's your That's the kind of girl you like, Jeff.
The one on the left.
Yeah.
Look at Chris. He's giving the look. Sheila's the one in the pink coming down. That's Chris's girl.
Pinay na Pinay.
And Sheila, to answer your question about what he was talking about earlier and why you switched the camera, yes, at the same time. But would I act on it? Yeah, I don't think so.
Now you can see the top of Chris's head.
My cowboy head.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The one with the checkers, right? The checkers are the pink top. You know, the funny thing is that when you're watching it live versus us seeing it on my screen, left and right may be backwards.
Checkers is absolutely the better.
Yeah, checkers. The one with the checkers is super fucking cute.
Yes, and when I walked in, the first thing I checked was see if she was wearing a belt.
Yeah, Jeff said checkers.
Good choice.
I've got both of them on the screen right now.
Tapos yung ulo mo.
And yeah, the top of your. I've got like this. You've got like the Dilbert look, you know.
All right?
Yeah.
How's that?
Just lift your hand up. There you go. There you go. And he said, "See, the top of his head does not make me want to fuck him." Yeah, but he's a guy.
And plus, my ass is loose because Zen's got a big dick.
Yeah.
Ang
Well,
sakit ng pimples ko.
you know, shit happens. Literally, when you're doing anal.
Yeah, literally. So when you get friends coming in, until the floating market here gets expanded,
Tell 'em not
a
to go.
recommendation.
Yeah.
But the Golden Buddha was pretty cool. That big Buddha,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
pretty cool.
She hasn't actually. You went to the one on top of the hill, right?
Clear on top of the hill.
There's
climbed up
two.
the steps.
There's another one where it's they flattened kind of a mountain.
Yeah,
They
and then they
drew a
etched it in.
gold.
Yeah.
It's gold inlaid.
Yeah, I saw
You
that.
can see it from the plane.
Yeah, I saw that on one of the
Yeah.
things to do sites. And if we're here longer, I would do that one.
Yeah,
That would be pretty.
I've been
cool.
over there. That's pretty cool.
I've never been there.
Yeah. It's part of a golf course, I think, something like
Might
that.
be.
Or it's that.
But it's
there-
pretty amazing. Just the
Yeah.
pictures are pretty amazing. Look at that view. Yeah, look at that view. It's amazing.
That's why we like to sit. Normally we sit over there, and we sit on the couch, and then I turn the camera so that it shows that when we're doing our live. The chair and I just talk shit. And but lately we've been testing out this whole new setup. This is a whole new setup I've got, but it's perfect. Real simple. I usually pull out the 360 camera and do it.
Dami ko lang.
Yeah, the one you had when we went to the Sunday brunch.
Maliliit.
Yeah, it's real picky about memory cards. So I gotta order another fucking memory
Well,
card.
memory cards, I found that memory cards here are hit or miss, whether they're good or not.
Yeah, but mine all come from the States. Yeah. But in the Philippines, yes.
I've had I bought memory cards, that, you know,
But
it doesn't
here,
have full capacity.
Here, if you stick to a major retailer like Big Camera, where I bought that's pretty authentic. But yes, but it's super common in the Philippines that if you buy a memory card, it might be the wrong capacity, especially the bigger ones.
Well, it has the right capacity. It just doesn't.
Well, what I mean is, what they do with those is they rescreen the top of them with the new info, and then they change the header of the chip to report. Like, say it's an 8 gig card, right? What they do is they change the header so it tells the computer it's a 64 gig card.
Yeah.
So there's not actually enough room to store your data. And when it's trying to store the data, it's sending it in chunks that an 8 gig card.
Yeah. So the first one I got like that, I was not I didn't know,
Right.
and so I tried reformatting it and all this kind of stuff. It's a bad card,
Right.
but it wasn't. It's
Just the wrong capacity. That's a common. I found that to be common in the film. I did the same thing. I bought 2-3 cards in the Philippines before I realized what was happening, and then I have a software that'll look at the headers and all that on the card, and I was saying, oh, it's not a 32 gig card, it's an 8 gig card or a 4 gig card.
and they're charging you for that.
Right. And they're charging you for a. Jeff stopped watching when we started making the gay jokes. But you know, Jeff, I keep checking you out too. It's that fucking mustache.
Mustache.
Moustache. You know, for me, the view of those two chicks is almost better than the beach. Because I can see the beach all the time. Sheila's watching TV. I was making a joke. Or you said, oh, you did not go there.
She's watching porn.
Porn. Let me see if this works. This is new. It works. I can charge and use the audio at the same time. I almost need to move the fucking phone over here. And there, now you can see all of Chris's head, all of Checkers, and the top of Sheila's eyes. They both are. They've been doing nothing but that since they sat down. They said they're taking a lot of selfies.
And they're not even Filipino.
All Asian girls do that.
The Philippines, I read a report, the Philippines is the #1 selfie country in the world.
And they are the #1 user of Facebook in Asia. And in the world, they are the #1 viewer of Pornhub.
Yeah,
And Pornhub is illegal in the Philippines.
illegal. Yeah, exactly.
Is that a better view for you, Jeff?
I think her entire family is constantly on Facebook because she just posted our trip this morning, and within seconds of her posting, she had like 5 likes and love. Just a matter of seconds. Well,
Well, it's not me. Everything is. We have bars and speed and everything is good.
Maganda, diba?
Yeah.
Just dried flowers.
Oo. Pwede
That
daw.
would look good in our thing. Something like that.
So yeah,
Mahilig din siya mag-decorate pala.
We can't have house
Hindi
plants
kami-
because we don't have enough light in the house.
Sa
They
loob
don't-
namamatay yung
They
mga
just don't get
fresh.
enough light.
they have plants that don't require so much.
We've tried all kinds.
Oo, even the indoor. Namamatay kaya kailangan din.
And are you finished here?
Can move it over here. Almost lost one.
And then
That's not us. That's how is it now? The clipping might be happening because of the feed. Let me check what's happening on the other side here.
so something like that would be super nice in there. Yes, yeah.
Dried flower.
Yeah, dried flowers. And then find something nice and put it in like that.
And then this one.
Yeah, something like
I'll have to go back after and look at the analytics.
It's good there. Our tables, that is the one.
Yeah, we have a marble cocktail.
Makintab. Makintab lang. Tsaka
It's heavy.
konting
It's so
gray
heavy.
lang.
We bought it at Victoria Mondale. And then a big, huge couch. You have pictures of the couch? And then we had custom blinds put in. And
Are you hearing Jeff? Not Jeff, but are you hearing Chris? I'll have to go back and look at the feed. We've been live for over an hour and a half, so.
Malawak kasi yan dun eh. Yung bahay na yun, nakita namin. Malawak. Mayroon din sa likod, di ba?
Nakita niyo yun?
Oo, plano namin anuhin yun. Buti na lang hindi.
Nasilip niyo?
Boring din. Oo, nasilip namin. Tinatanong namin kung magkano.
Kans namin sa inyo.
30?
Oo, kahit sa kanya naman 35.
All right, I'm going to stop the feed. We're probably going to take off here soon.
Bye-bye.
Let me do this.
this is before we put in custom blinds.
Oh.
Bye-bye.
And then
Babosh.